We're gonna watch, and it's with Matt Stonie. Perfect. Competitive eating while eating.
Or dumps.
Okay.
We need
Let
to
me
know
eat real
about
quick.
I guess I fell asleep on the airplane and I was like asking for milk. I don't recall any of it. I woke up on the airplane. I was lying on a couple of seats and there was like milk cartons all over me. I no recollection whatsoever.
Would you trade
my
your
God.
life for anyone else's?
Picnic.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Obama.
All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the 18th ever offline TV podcast. And boy, do I have a guest for you today. We got Disguised Toast, Michael Reeves, and joining us, competitive YouTube eater, Matt Stonie. Welcome, Matt. Hello.
Thank you. Yeah, this is awesome to be here. Great to meet you guys finally, and yeah, pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
Would you say you're a big fan of offline TV, Matt?
Oh yeah, I mean I definitely wouldn't go around saying like I'm like some like crazy like fanboy, like I follow you guys and I know all your birthdays or something. But no, I mean I've tried to follow the ethos of live streaming, Twitch, as I do with YouTube. And just
That's
the
good. Thank you for the 14 months. You have a release date.
awesome to
So
just,
I am gonna release
observe.
a teaser,
That's good. It makes me
and then
less
once we
awkward
release
to
the
know
teaser,
someone
I'll give you guys an
else's
exact date.
content
But
because I have
You
trouble
wait for the
like,
teaser
meeting
first.
new people, and it's like, oh, you know of my stuff, so you know I'm cool, and I know you're cool, and we can be friends. That's how I approach making friends as a YouTuber.
A bunch of cool people. I'm
cool.
down. I'm down.
But yeah, how long have you been eating stuff on YouTube?
Eating things.
Yeah, I've been
Sure. Yeah.
eating.
No. It's Yeah. No. I mean, I started in 2010. Pretty
How
much
long
when I
have you
started
been
uploading
eating?
YouTube videos and doing food challenges. I did a food challenge a few years prior to that. It was just like a local big burrito. And I just did it for fun. It was just like at a local taqueria joint. So but no, I mean it really it kind of just snowballed the whole YouTube competitive. This was like back when Man vs. Food was just popping off and it was really popular on TV.
Yeah.
So it kind of got the inspiration of just
But
like,
I love that shit.
yeah,
Oh
man,
my
just
God.
traveling around, going to these epic food challenges. How can I eat this burger, get a T-shirt? I got a whole bin of T-shirts at home, and getting on the Wall of Fame. And I got on the Wall of Fame today, hopefully, Yeah, but it was 2010 when this whole crazy ride started, and just
12
been
years ago.
grinding at it for 12 years now, almost. So
People love watching other people eat stuff.
Yeah.
That
I
is
do.
true.
I think it started with my first recollection is Epic Meal Time.
Yep.
I was a huge fan of it.
huge fan.
Oh,
back at the
what
time.
year is that? Like 2000.
They were pioneers in the days. Like they
They
were.
sure
I
were.
forget if they were like top 5, but they
Dude,
definitely
yeah.
that they perceived like they were top 5 with like Ray William Johnson.
Yeah.
Dude,
Jenna
yeah. Dude, I had a
Marbles back in
muscle
the day.
glasses T-shirt.
Yeah.
I was a furry. You know Harley's in the boxing thing?
Oh, he is?
The main,
I think I
the main
saw
guy is in
something
the
like that,
boxing
yeah.
thing.
Who's he boxing?
Blitz paying me for the
I
45
forget.
months.
But that's gonna
It's
be
such a-
epic and fun.
It's so weird seeing like these old school YouTubers like pop up like later in their career, like on Twitch and stuff.
some shit.
I saw a video and it was covering like the fall of Epic Mealtime because there was a lot of drama
Sure, yeah.
in it because like it would be like Muscle Glasses feels like he should have more of the company.
More of the steak,
And
yeah.
Harley's attitude was like, bro, you sit there with the sunglasses and the muscle shirt.
That's like a lose-lose scenario because I could see it from both sides.
I did have the
Muscle
shirt.
Glasses was iconic.
Yeah.
he
I
was
did have
a
the shirt.
presence even though he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bummer.
Look,
What
I
are
gotta
the
watch that.
conversations like in that room? It's like, bro, man, you're selling my merch. I'm in every video. People know who I am. And Harley's like, fuck up. You sit there with a sunglass. But yeah, like early on, there's no rules, especially with the groups. You don't set like, you're going to own 20%, I'm going to own 30%. It's like, we're going to put a whole bunch of fast food together and we're going to eat it.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's video
Thanks.
first, not like YouTube channel first.
Yeah.
As all good stuff starts, I guess. Yeah. Do you fucking hate
I'm pretty
food?
hungry.
Do you like? You must
No,
fucking
dude,
hate
I
talking
mean-
about it at this point, at least.
No, I mean, I always quote, Kobayashi, the
Yeah,
competitor,
yeah.
legendary competitor. He put it really good, and I've always used this quote. It's something to the nature of like, all I do is eat food fast all the time. When I
Yeah.
get to sit down and eat some food normally, I appreciate it that much more.
Aw.
So that's the way I
okay.
look at it for the most part because
That's nice.
like I'm not like a crazy food guy. Like I
Yeah.
obviously can't like when I go to New York, I'm just thinking about hot dogs. I don't get to try all these nice places and stuff and everything. But no, when I get the opportunity to dive into some cuisine, try some new places and stuff, I love it. It's great.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
That's really nice. It must be weird to have like, because I'm sure that's like the only fucking thing people ask you?
It's up there. Yeah, it's
like,
a common
it's
question.
Up there. Like, it must suck to have that become like, not suck, but how does it feel like having that become like a main part of what people ask you, and it like almost is like a personality trait that you eat food fast? Is it annoying?
I don't think so, because it makes my life easy. I gotta answer the
Okay.
same questions over. Yeah, it makes I don't have to come up with a bunch of things on the fly. I mean, no, I mean it's cool, and I mean realistically, you know, like that's what propelled me to, you know, be here on your guys' podcast, and you know, have the opportunities I've had over the years. So
He sounds like
the
such a
complaint
nice
would
guy.
be a little, you know, much for me personally. But I mean, you know, it's always fun to, you know, kind of venture out and, you know, just explore new opportunities and stuff.
Do whatever. Yeah.
Sure.
Are you asking this because of the questions you get with Taser, Turtles, and when are you gonna upload again?
Well, this shit's like
Taser
turned up to
turtles.
1 billion.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like, I kind of fuck. Oh man. Yeah. I mean, my shit is like kind of annoying, but it's like, fuck. I'm sure whenever people see you, they're like, eat this. Eat this fucking hot dog fast. It's like,
Okay,
and it's like,
that's where I'll draw the line. It's never happened before, but if somebody walks up to me in the stream's like, hot dog, got a timer, I'll just be like, yo, chill, man. Back off.
Like, you stream on Twitch. Do you still
Sure.
stream these days?
I try to. It's, I mean, I've been streaming like on and off, like I think since 2000.
Amy, thanks for 10 months.
I want to say 4 years. Like, I got a couple 4 years subs. It's awesome. No, I mean, I love the interaction, because that's one thing I've been woefully pretty terrible at, is like social media, interacting with my audience, and just, you know, that type of sort of thing. So I have a fun time
Regina
doing
likes
something
Sekuno.
I love to do, which is just playing games, or
Watch
gotten
that.
Pokemon recently, and all that
Actually-
stuff. But just doing something that's not the eating.
I'll watch it
and
now
Yeah.
since this
just my
podcast
own
is not
free
going to
time
end
stuff, but
anytime
then sharing
soon.
that with an audience and then.
Hey, give me a sec. What is this link?
No, it's like Kuno has my heart. He has my heart. But I like Corpse too. It was my first time playing with him, and I like him. Oh my god.
What the frick? Ryan.
Interacting and
Okay, Ryan.
When you're streaming
Very
on Twitch
cool.
and you're like playing PUBG and you're like in a battle royale,
Very
you get
cool,
viewers coming in.
Ryan.
It's like, hey, you know, you're the competitive eater guy. Here's like all my competitive eating questions.
I mean, I'd say like one of the, if there was like a question that I'm tired of hearing, oh, your computer, oh, how fast can you eat your keyboard? I'm like, come on. I'm a little, it's just dry, it's dried up.
Yeah.
it's dry at this point. Yeah.
I can see that.
No, I mean it's cool, and you know, like it to me, when people come and ask me like, how can you eat this and stuff, it's like reading YouTube comments for like inspiration and ideas. You get a visceral feel of what people want to see, you know, and like what might be a good idea for upcoming content. So, you know, I'm sure there's nuances that are annoying and stuff, but for the most part, I don't mind it.
Got it.
And also, I don't stream all the
cute.
time like you guys, so I'm sure if I was a full-time, maybe you'd get a little bit, but I mean, it's fun for me so far.
That's good, because we want to ask you some of these annoying questions, because we are curious too.
Bring it.
Your dumps.
Okay.
Bad.
Your dumps.
We need to know about it. So you're eating how okay, each of these challenges, I've seen you eat like was it 6 Chipotle burritos?
I think I did 4.
4?
That video popped up, and I was like, "Oh, what's better than doing 5 next time?" So I think I
Fucking
did
brilliant.
4 and 5. Yeah,
Jesus,
never
5.
6, but
What happens in the bathroom after that?
I like to use
What
Chipotle as
happened?
an example of perception, because like people might be like, "Oh, how many Chipotle? Like, oh, a whole Chipotle burrito."
Yeah.
Whereas like, how many Taco Bell tacos can you? I could eat 50 of those things. One's
Those are
more than
tiny.
the other, but perceivance. So yeah, the Chipotle burritos, that wasn't
BRB,
too bad. I
keep
think they
watching.
run like 800-900 calories a piece. That's under 3,000. Like 3,500 calories roughly. It's not horrible, you know. It's not. It's nothing that I'm gonna like. You know, like eating 60 hot dogs is a different story.
Yeah.
That's a whole different beast.
Yeah.
I mean, the bloating, I bloat up. I kind of swell up, you know, just like my body's gotten used to it. Like when I started, I used to just get dehydrated and I'd be chugging water. And nowadays I just kind of swell up. I go bloating. And then, yeah, the bathroom trips are more frequent than large. I'll say that much. It's the frequency is at least the way my body works. So
I think that's probably the better of the two.
yeah, I agree. I would agree too. It's
Damn, fuck. It's just conservation of mass. Like,
No, and trust me, I've been down the rabbit hole of like thinking psychologically about stuff like even like holding your bladder versus not, and just like I'm in the game of expanding my stomach, not my other organs. I need space in there, so I don't benefit at all from a large intestine or a big GI tract. So hey, just keep things moving along fine. It'll be better that way. So
have you ever seen like a doctor because my feeling is you are built different, like biologically, like in your organs. I wonder like if you've ever seen a doctor that says, oh yeah, your stomach is 20% larger or like 30% larger.
Never like that far. I mean, the farthest I've gone was just like I was in training. Sometimes you push yourself a little much, so I did the thing where they put a camera down your throat or something just to check out what's going on.
Yeah.
And everything looked normal because it's just a normal stomach. No, I mean like I go to the doctor mainly just to get like blood work done, comprehensive blood work done, get an EKG every once in a while, just make sure that my body's ticking fine and everything. But yeah, I haven't done any extensive studies for the most part. I mean, a few other competitive eaters have done like the barium, where they drink a liquid so they can scan your stomach. But then they ate a bunch of hot dogs beforehand, and the conclusion was it blows up like a balloon. Like there wasn't really anything that came out of it. It was just like look at these crazy photos of this giant stomach. So no, I mean, yeah, I really haven't gone too crazy down the rabbit hole. I mean, nobody's written books on competitive eating. It's still the Wild West as far as like strategies and well-being. Everybody's different. Some people like to fast the day before and work out like crazy. I like to chill out and like drink protein shakes. And so I'm still learning. I definitely don't have like all the answers either, but I think I'm pretty healthy. I hope so for the most part.
Is there drama in the competitive eating scene? Because like in mukbangs, there's so much drama somehow. But you're different from that because you're not just like eating a whole bunch of food. You're like more challenges. And I don't think there's anyone on YouTube that does what you do specifically because it's also very physically taxing. Whereas with mukbang, you get quite a few like different people doing the same thing.
Sure. Yeah, and I mean, no, there's definitely. I mean, especially from when I started, there's definitely, at least perceptually, no short. Like, there's a lot of competitive eaters that are doing similar things that like, just big food challenges, going to restaurants and stuff. But yeah, there's not really too much drama in the competitive eating space. I mean, in the competitive eating circuit, the contest that we do, a lot of guys do just like a weekend hobby for, they're just like, hey, just show up and try to qualify for this event, maybe pay for it, like get $500, $800, like get a little cash and stuff. So a lot of the crowd that I've been associated with over the years on the circuit and stuff have been like really cool people for the most part, and made some really good friends and stuff on the circuit.
That's
so
cool. Kobayashi's not like a fucking asshole.
Oh man, okay.
Oh, he is.
Okay, I've never met the guy. He was before my time. I think he retired from Major League Eating, which is the organization I competed with, in 2000, and his last year was 2009, and I started in 11.
Yeah.
So I've never met him personally. I can't speak to him and stuff, but he seemed a little. I mean, he was on top of the world competitive eating wise for a while,
Yeah,
and I think
that does something to someone's head.
Yeah, and I think when Joey Chestnut came along, beat him 3 years in a row, I think it kind of got to him a bit and stuff. But I mean, again, I can't speak on him personally and stuff. But he liked to blame a lot of people, so that didn't feel good to me. Like, there's like a lot of blame going around. But,
That's so weird.
No, but I mean, yeah, I mean, drama wise though, for the most part, I've been fortunate enough to stay out of drama. I think that's also why I'm been able to stick around for so long, is because drama's tough. It stressed me out like crazy to be part of all that stuff. But no, I mean, and to touch on the mukbang community, have you guys ever done do you do food shows at all?
You did a McDonald's thing where you ate everything.
Yeah, like I do the very generic YouTube stuff where it's like we order everything off.
Okay, sure.
A menu, but like actual food. No, like we've done spicy challenges, but I don't think streamers really have like the interest in doing like a whole mukbang because it's a very specific kind of content.
Sure. Where
it's one niche audience and you're not really going to get much crossover with like your gaming audience.
Got it. Yeah, because I mean, I did a collab with the Try Guys not too long ago, and like Keith, he does like this series on the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah, I've seen
like
it,
I didn't
yeah.
even real like I didn't like I was like, oh, you do like these I don't think he considers it mukbang, but no, I mean it's been interesting to see how what I would like not competitive eating, but just like large food stuff and stuff is kind of like transformed into the YouTube space and has branched out to mukbang, ASMR even at this point, and totally different audiences. Like there's no overlap with competitive eating. As far as I'm concerned. It's just-
That's true.
it's interesting. I throw no shade. Like they figured out, like what I do probably seems weird to other people. You know, just stuff in my face full of French fries and ice cream and stuff, and you know, it's just you're entertaining an audience, and they found out a way to do it.
What would you say your training? Would you consider? Do you do training for like getting ready for a competition?
Competitions, yeah, for
Okay.
sure. Like the YouTube stuff. Generally, since I try to produce content in some sort of regularity, it's hard to train for those. And I also kind of like the impromptu, unexpected vibe of like running into a problem mid-challenge or something being more difficult or something being way easier. You know, I think that's part of the charm sometimes with the content. But yeah, like competitions for some of the major events like the Nathan's Hot Dog Contest, the Daily Food Gyoza Contest here in LA. I could train for like a month or something, just literally just cycling my body through like eating gyozas, 3 days rest, eating more gyozas, 3 days rest.
That's crazy.
And it's like you're just training your body physically and mentally.
Right.
That's pretty much all it is.
Do you think all that nutrients is 100% absorbed, or do they?
No, I bet your
No,
poop
that's
is
one
really
of the things
nutrient
I think-
rich.
Yeah, that's one of the things I kind of have to grotesquely
Oh, hey
describe
there.
to some people.
Natsumiii.
Okay.
'Cause like how do
hey
you
there.
deal with so many calories? Like in large part, sometimes I don't have to deal with all the calories because your body can't physically absorb that many calories for the most part. Like I'm sure if you're like an elite athlete, you just have to.
Yeah.
But I think I saw numbers floating around of like 8,000 calories is like the max for a human. Like after that, it's just
Comes
can't
back
handle
out.
it.
Yep.
Yep. It's, again, just like it's kind of one of those awkward. Just like it just But I mean, it's still not fun. You know, it's a process. It's,
Have you
it's
listened
like
to
being
Jason's
sore
song? Yeah.
after Going to the gym
Like training,
and
yeah.
stuff. So
I imagine it's more profitable to just be like a YouTuber, right?
I
Because we were
have.
talking about this,
Sure.
like we're talking about a
Strawberry.
Dr. Mike
Wait.
guy on
Yeah.
YouTube, and it's
I
like,
just realized this says strawberry jasmine oolong, and then this says peach oolong. Does that mean they mixed both? Anyways, I'm drinking both. Since you guys said both. They're really good, by the way. If you ever want to try. It's from Genki
yeah.
Forest.
It's like he should quit being a doctor because his YouTube
Sure,
channel will
yeah.
just
Yeah.
pay him more money.
like he'll make
and
more
doctors
money.
doctors get good pay
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
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 I mean, no, 100%. I
Nom, nom,
mean,
nom.
YouTube is, very fortunate for me, has been a
Zero
significant
sugar.
part of like, the financial and
Yeah.
business side of what I do. I mean, it's one of those hard, relationships where it's like, I know that, like, one, that's where I started, the competitive eating. Like, I fell in love with it, and I love the adrenaline of going on stage and competing and actually doing something I'm proud of, like,
Yeah.
making the best time. And then, of course, when you got obligations and stuff, it kind of like pushes you away from
Bubbles,
certain things.
bubbles.
And I have been more selective over the
Bubbles,
last couple
bubbles,
years,
bubbles,
with
bubbles.
the past few years, with which contests I go to. I don't just randomly just do contests just because much anymore. But at the end of the day, like, if I just gave up competitive eating, then like my videos would suck.
That's true,
I
yeah.
wouldn't be good anymore. I need to keep in shape for the videos,
I
and generally to
heard-
keep in shape, I gotta
one
keep
of
in
them.
competitive eating.
Yeah.
So it feeds
yeah.
off.
I
You
don't
can't
think I
stray
heard
too
the
far
cover.
from like where you began.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Do you ever just
Let me
like
update this game.
in gaming pub stomps? Do you ever just go to like a casual eating event somewhere?
Hello.
Like, yeah, let's go.
Oh, that would be such a good idea.
I haven't yet. I mean, okay.
Hope
Yogi,
you'll
welcome
move
back.
One,
Thank you
I
for
mean,
the
I can't
Prime.
because I'm under contract with Major League, so like I got to do
okay.
events that they host and stuff, which I absolutely don't mind because I guess where I was trying to roll with this conversation is there are some competitive eaters that do that, which is it feels weird to me. Actually, one of the reasons why I got excited about my prospect in doing all this stuff was because the first contest I did, it was lobster rolls, 10 minutes. For if you hit the most,
Lobster
$1,000, and I was just like, hey, free lobster rolls, and I might upside, pretty
Yeah.
good. And one of these retired competitor, like these ringer guys, they came into the contest, and I knew it. I was like, oh shit, this guy's like, he's been to Nathan's multiple times. He could do all this stuff, and I beat him by half a lobster roll.
Oh wow.
So it felt extra good to win.
Yeah.
Not only the $1,000, not only the trophy and everything, but I was like, yeah, be the next pro at this on my first run. So, There are some people. So long story short, yeah, there are some people.
Why do those people attend those events? Is it like an ego thing, or they just want a free $1,000?
I don't know. I think.
Maybe it's just for fun.
I mean, you know, it's not too much. Like, there's not like crazy money in competitive eating. It's not the type
Right.
of thing that if you're not winning first, second, third in something, a lot of times you're lucky to cover travel expenses if they're not already comped and stuff. So I could see like, and there's a lot of amateur events that have pretty decent purses. Just like a big company, just like, hey, we just want to have an eating contest and not deal with all the professional stuff, and
Yeah.
and then so you can make some decent money on the amateur circuit and stuff. But I mean, that's not why you sign. Like, I don't know. It's just the competitive. Like, it doesn't feel good. Like
Right.
Yeah, I can't believe they do it for like
It's like
$1,000.
it's like pub
Like, you run
stomping.
a
If
competitive
you're like a
eating event on
professional
Twitch, like, the
competitive
minimum is,
eater
like,
versus like
5K just
eating-
for
Yeah.
participating.
It's 'cause
And these
it's-
people are traveling
and then you're like
across the
eating in a
country
random little
to eat for
thing.
1K, assuming you
It's-
come first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
it's-
Natsumiii.
it's weird. I mean, you know, I always.
I just realized it says OTV
I-
pad cost.
MLE, they've done a great job and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of room to grow for sure
Pad cost.
on that side and stuff. I was working with I joined a management company, Night Media, that work with like Mr. Beast and stuff, and he's like, oh, like talking about the logistics. Like, dude, Mr. Beast would just like he just puts on this giant event and get all the
Yeah.
it's but yeah, you know, at the same time, you know, it's competitive eating. You know,
Yeah.
we're growing, you know,
Yeah.
for the most part, but YouTube, a lot of new competitive eaters go to YouTube directly.
Yeah.
And it's a natural.
It's kind of a
it makes
fact right
sense,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Watermelon.
Unfortunately, but
Pad cost.
it makes my life easier because they don't go on stage. no budding new talents and stuff. Or there's some for sure, but not like the influx. So
Hi. When did you find out? Like, was there a moment when you were like 10 years old and you were like, "What? I can fucking eat a lot of food."
okay, no, I didn't.
Yeah,
grow
when
up,
was the discovery of
dreaming to become a
eating?
competitive eater?
Okay.
Like I wasn't like always watching the Nathan's contest every year. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I want to be on that stage.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't that way for me. I do though remember. I don't know why I remember, but I just remember when I was like yeah, back in like 10 years old, being at like somebody's birthday parties, like at Raging Waters. There was 2 pizzas and like 10 people, and like so 16 slices, 10 people. I'm like, not everybody's getting 2 slices, so I got to get my first one done so I can pick up the. You know? So I was kind of a food guy. Like I definitely, as a kid, I enjoyed food. So
He sounds like a competitive
Like,
CS:GO player.
video game. Yeah. When you
Sure.
talk about training and stuff.
Yeah, it's like
And purse for like competitions.
Sure,
it sounds
yeah.
like how my boxing instructor talks about boxing. He's like, yeah, I got to train, like leading up to the thing, and it's like, it's like a real. You sound like the
Matt
shroud
Stonie.
of eating.
yeah.
that is one of the more flattering compliments.
Even the whole aspect of like having an easier path with YouTube, because like it's the same thing with pro players. Like the easier path is to transition into being a streamer.
Yeah.
Because you then be in an environment where you're just miles ahead of everyone, because
Hello.
most streamers are just
What's
for
up,
fun,
Jimin's
and you're
thigh?
a pro going to like a
Thigh,
fun
thigh,
environment.
thigh.
I think
Thigh,
like when
thigh,
you were talking
thigh.
about your competition, YouTube is like, it sounds similar, where it's like, because you start off as a professional competitive eater, going to YouTube is like, where you're competing against like for fun mukbangers who like just
Sure.
eat in front of a camera, who has like fancy audio and fancy everything, but at the end of the day, you're gonna be able to out eat the majority of the content creators on the platform.
Sure. I mean, I pity people who are jumping into YouTube right now. It's a crazy different space than it used to be back in the days. Because like when I started, it was just like literally my favorite song on top of
Yeah,
me
yeah.
eating, and I
Whatever
just
you
sped
do.
it up to make it more palpable. Like that was literally it. Copyright, I don't care. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's blocked in Germany. Like but yeah, I mean it's such a different space now. It's like
More strict.
it's like it's so optimized. It's so there's so much strategy involved, and it's
SEO.
and even for good and for worse,
5
there's so much
minutes.
influence out there. There's
Thanks,
lots of
T-Charm.
ideas, but it's also hard to like find your own identity and do like that.
Right,
Like
yeah.
brand
Set
new
yourself
things.
apart.
Which
Yeah.
tie
Did you see
is your
somebody do like a
favorite, the
goldfish
left
style?
or the right?
like ideas like that are like I'd imagine so hard to like come by and stuff, and that's what I think separates the people that make the content that does extremely well versus not saying riding the band like I ride the bandwagon. McDonald's
Left
launches his
thigh.
some sort of meal, I eat it
Oh,
fast,
BTS
and it gets a lot of
meal.
views.
yeah, I am gonna be
exactly.
playing in the
So
rest
it's
of
a
the
mixture of
tribals.
it, but yeah, no, I mean it's
Honestly, I'm
it's
probably
been-
just gonna be a farmer.
I
like
talk a lot about
like a mat
inspiration
farmer.
and stuff.
I'm
and
not.
like,
I'm probably
just,
not gonna be doing
like,
too
like
much
what's watching
fighting.
You guys, like a lot of Twitch streamers, like the Shrouds
be
of the world,
backup.
like
I'm a
the
support-
Tifus and Ninjas back when Fortnite was popping
Support
up.
player.
Like, seeing all that strategy
Not berry
and stuff
farming, but
go
just
into
like
all this
farming for
passion
like
and work,
resources.
that stuff's inspiring to me. Like, I don't just watch people eat food for inspiration. Like, I watch the Magnus Carlsens and all that stuff. And you just see that sort of like that passion, that talent for something, and then the results come as they do.
Yeah, you can really make a living of anything these days if you're
Yeah.
good in your field.
It's crazy, yeah.
And put it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's the barrier to entry now.
Yeah, it's so much more ludicrous to be good at something and then switch to YouTube as opposed to just
Being good at that thing. Yeah.
Like imagine being like the advent of that hot knife trend. Like the one guy who just has a channel where he was just cutting stuff, and it's like hundreds of millions of views and stuff.
If you
and
have
it's
the
just like,
ability to enhance
dude, I must
one
be
of
so
your
good at this.
files.
You know, I am the best.
Like it
cutter
happened
in
with
the world.
the hydraulic presses.
Hydraulic press
Dude,
too. Yep.
who the fuck would? Okay, that guy deserves everything. Because no
He's
one in the
funny.
fucking world. He's also funny,
Yeah.
but no one in the world would think to be like, this
That
is
saves
prime
lives.
YouTube content.
Sure.
What the? I have a hydraulic press and I'm gonna smash things with it. That one's funny as fuck.
And then he squishes the little Play-Doh thing at the
Yeah,
end.
The subscribe
What's gonna be the
button.
Play-Doh? You know, it's little stuff like that. It's
And
it's
then you get
hilarious.
like so much more copycats coming
Probably
out.
like
Yeah.
my
I've seen like
sight or
4
my
different
hearing.
hydraulic
Yeah,
press
how many
channels.
people own hydraulic presses?
They're
That's
like,
very
we gotta
expensive.
buy this. It's gonna like pop up.
Yeah.
Hello.
There's a guy in Hawaii who he's only done like 7 or 8 videos, and I'm bummed he stopped. But his whole channel is just putting stuff next to lava and letting lava eat it.
Oh, dude, I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
Lava.
needs to upload more.
Dude, the volcano's not erupting as much.
that's true. Yeah, you are at bay of the volcano.
You gotta wait. Your whole YouTube lifeline is a dormant volcano.
Just the alerts up.
Yeah, he fucking gets in his car and goes
"All
towards it."
Get all the stuff. Batteries charged.
Get the stuff I want to burn. Fuck.
Do you have a schedule you follow?
I'd love to get into a regular schedule. I mean, I've always tried for once a week. It's tough because like right now, especially like I'm trying to focus on more like the quality of the content
Right.
and just like really getting like the average view duration up and stuff like little things like a lot of people skip over this middle of my eating challenges because I guess
Yeah,
they
it's
know
hard.
that
Yeah,
maybe
it's hard.
so they
Right.
skip over certain parts and just trying to figure out all that stuff. So I've been woefully under that one a week, you know, for the most part. But I would like to get to a schedule. We're trying to expand
How
the team.
old is
and,
Matt
you know,
Stonie? Let me
not have
Google this.
everything like
Matt
be so much on my
Stonie.
shoulders and stuff. And we're getting there and stuff. I'd like to get more well-oiled machine.
Oh,
going,
he's
but
a year younger than me.
yeah, schedule hopefully. Same thing with Twitch.
92.
Can't wait
May
to get a schedule
24th,
that I can hear
92.
do. And
That's interesting you
nice.
say that about the middle part of the videos because I assume that's like a really hard part to get people to watch.
Sure.
Because it's like, they know you're eating in that middle part and there's nothing that is different about it. Have you thought about like ways to make that like a
He is of Japanese, Czechoslovakian, and Lithuanian ancestry. He graduated from Evergreen Valley High School in San Jose, California. He weighs 134 pounds and is 5'8".
different thing? It sounds really difficult.
I mean, there's always a million different ways to potentially do something, but like how to actually like integrate it, like in a way that's not. I forget. I was just watching some random video, and then the guy just like he just like screamed fucking it's like doing that for the AVD just to like, keep you guys. You know? And I was like, okay. And the really hard part, I guess, for me is just like I can't just stop eating for like, all right, break time or so. Yeah, I don't know. That's a something I haven't figured out yet. Like, I did a couple tier lists, and those had significantly higher AVD because But yeah, it's tough. I don't have the answer yet. Hopefully, one of these days I'll get it. But
The
yeah.
schedule.
So schedule-wise, that's really like I'm just
Schedules are
trying to just
overrated.
turn out the content that I possibly can.